Teachers' pay will have a good effect on the students?
Well, we don't want to lower the teachers' pay by any means, but when everybody's hurting right now with taxes, we all have to tighten our belts. There's a lot of people that haven't been getting raises at work. We're not asking about lowering taxes. We're asking everybody to get. Should you get an increase? Yes. Should it have been 4.5% last time you got it? I say no. When the national increase is 1.5%, you should get increases where increases are needed, but not way above.
Okay, what did other surrounding school districts get?
Well, I'll tell you, my wife's school district. They haven't gotten an increase in 3 years. They just got it now,
Okay,
and they cut the steps.
What did Orland get?
I don't know about Orland. I live in Homer, and I know the taxes in Orland aren't as bad as Homer.
But maybe we should do some research and see what surrounding school districts get before you decide that Homer teachers don't deserve it.
If you're going to compare school districts, you got to compare apples to apples. And the Orland district just is not the same as ours. They have a much broader commercial.
And Orland does not have a kindergarten full time either, and we're getting one. So
Next year they will.
oh, but they haven't had one till
But
now.
neither of
Well,
them.
neither have we.
I know. I'm just saying. They're still contemplating it. They don't have it.
They're getting it next
And
year.
pretty soon every school
right, I don't wanna
district
get
in
into any
Illinois is
math
going to
here.
have all-day kindergarten.
Okay, wait, that's enough of that. Let's
Can I ask
get,
a question? Are you a teacher?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
let's get someone else there.
Personally, I think what we need to do is look at the entire budget, especially the administration side of the budget. And I also think we need to look at systems and maybe put them out to bid and see what we can do to cut costs, because our property taxes are killing the residents. I mean, it's just out of control. There's people that are leaving just because of that. And I just think we need to be prudent with the money we have, because the taxpayers have worked hard for their money.
Didn't the administrators just
We can't, let her finish your
That's what
response.
if I'm elected, I would look at the entire budget to see if there's anywhere we could save money and pinch pennies, because we need to do that.
My original question was, will it motivate a teacher to decrease the salary? Is
Yes.
that right? No, that will not motivate anyone. That's my answer.
I agree with that, and I do agree that it's important to look at the budget. It's important to be fiscally responsible. If the board passes the finance committee, I think that's a first step in looking at the budget and looking to see, understanding the budget and understanding where those costs go. So I think looking at the budget is good. The auditor, we had an auditor come out in October, and I think all school districts are required to have an independent audit of their books. And the auditor gave a very favorable report to Homer School District. And that report is on file with the ROE and the Glen, so anyone can have access to that and take a look at that.
Julie.
Lowering the teacher's salary would not do anything to increase motivation of anyone. And what I was referring to earlier was that research does show that not salary, but that the teacher morale is the #1 predictor of student success. Not the building, not the textbook, not the classroom size, not anything. It is the motivation and happiness and satisfaction of the teacher in charge of the classroom with those children. And so therefore, I think it's implied that a happy teacher is a well-paid teacher, and they would be more likely to stay. Obviously, there are extenuating circumstances. I'm not suggesting we just give everybody all the money they want, but I don't think that it can be discounted.
Okay. Michael.
Let's say, would you approve teachers getting paid based on performance levels? Because maybe instead of let's say a 3% increase across the board, why don't you go based on the students' performance in the classroom? If their class percentage or whatever goes up, that they should be paid based on that instead of just a standard increase.
Ryan, you want to start with that? Yeah, let's have a
Do you want me from the junior high level? I mean, from the college,
From all
junior college level, or from?
I say high school more than anything else, because that's where the bulk of the money maybe goes towards.
Okay.
But
You're more circulating about the incentives. You can take there's 4 quartiles that you're going to look at a student's development. The student can go, when they go from one year to another, if you take the quartiles and see that the child is accelerating, they're trying to bring that into play so the teachers do get the option of being paid on merit. But it's very hard to track. because they have all these things that are in place for the testing, for their daily assignments and everything. But now that they're bringing in all this core, this whole thing to me is hard for me to understand and accept.